Welcome everyone to another episode of Cook with Jase, brought to you by Enliven Nutrition, Crema Coffee Garage, and also Thought Fox Media. So today we have a hell of a lot of ingredients in front of me. I'm not going to take up hours and hours of your time with millions of recipes, but I want to introduce you to Smoothie School. So smoothies are fantastic. They're fast, they're a great way to get a range of nutrients in your diet, but you see so many of these smoothies on social media especially, and you know, it looks great. You're going to see green things in there, you're going to see super smoothie tags on them, but why are you having the ingredients? Do you ever think of that? Do you ever use the food as fuel approach to understand what those ingredients are going to do for you? Today, I want to give you a little bit of an education about what these ingredients are, when's the best time to have them, and what you could potentially do for that smoothie as well. So what we've got here in front of us, we do have something like a flaxseed meal, okay? So this is something in a fat base. Remember, we've got our carbohydrates, our proteins, and our fats. So this is something more in our fat base. We've got good old peanut butter. Everyone loves peanut butter, okay? I reckon there's a sixth sense of peanut butter. So that again is falling within our fat base as well. What else do we have? Chia seeds. Now, it can't be a superfood smoothie without chia in it, can it? But what is chia, okay? It's something, again, that gives you a good source of a fat base. It's an omega-3 fat base, a little bit of a protein content in there as well, but for all intensive purposes, I want you to think of it more of a fat-based product. So let's cluster those guys over there. We deliberately mix these up for you as well so that we can really play around with it and show you what these nutrients are and what's concentrated in each of those. Another nutrient, carbohydrate, which we just detailed. What could we use? Well, you often see honey used in smoothies as well. That's a heavy carbohydrate base that you can add to your smoothie. Good old bananas, again, fantastic carbohydrate base. Now, we've also got something like our oats. If you are celiac, if you've got a gluten sensitivity, oats may or may not be something that you can get away with. Now, they don't have the gluten in them primarily. They've got a very similar protein called gliadin. It may trigger that same response for you. So see what this is like for you. If you're celiac, try and find some gluten-free oats. There can be some around. They're quite hard to find, but they can be pretty expensive as well. So, but another carbohydrate option for you. So over here, for what smoothie we're making today, I've got some flaxseed lined out for us. And that really leaves us with what the protein base is going to be. And I've got a few different options for you as well, depending on where you sit on things like protein powders, which are quick and easy ways to get a good protein content within your smoothie. Good old Greek yogurt, a fat-free version, so you're getting a good protein punch with not much else of any other nutrient content. And milk. It is cow's milk, guys. Now, I also write a column for Grassroots Sports. I've had so many questions on milk, whether that be almond, rice, you name it, you squeeze something, you get some juice out of it, you call it milk. I've done a good summary on where this sits. And if you want some extra information as well on dairy and what it does do for your body in removing some of the myths, please check out Thinking Nutrition's article on dairy and inflammation. So, protein powders, a little bit of a protein powder 101. If you are using them, you can use something like a whey protein isolate. Whey protein isolates, fast digesting, okay? So that's your fast protein. Or you've got something that's called a casein. So milk products have two types of proteins in them. You've got whey, which is fast, casein, which is your slow-based proteins. So if you want something in your system quickly, that could be something as a recovery aspect for any athletes, or if you're just having after heavy training. You'd probably want to work with the whey protein a little bit more, but if it's something as a smoothie between meals, why not work with something like a casein? Flavors, chocolate, vanilla, fair enough. You can go a billion different flavors depending on the brand that you use, but just know that whey is fast, casein is your slow. But if you don't want to use protein powders whatsoever, go back to a Greek yogurt. You can even use something in a low-fat cottage cheese, which is going to give you a great protein base in there as well without much of the other nutrients. So let's talk times of days, guys. So at breakfast, what do we want? We want a nice balanced nutrient spread. So I want to see carbohydrates in there, okay? I really want to see something to elevate those blood sugar levels for you to start the day right, because I know that if you go without that nutrient within your diet at breakfast, the evidence suggests that at 3 p.m, when that biscuit barrel's going around, you're going to want it, okay? It's going to drive you towards that as well, because your blood sugar levels have dropped to the point where you need that quick hit. the next thing you're going to want is a protein source. Protein is great satiety, okay? There's a lot of evidence around that, so you want a decent hit of protein, between 20 to 30 grams for that meal. And you can definitely get that by using these sources, okay? Even without the milk coming from a dairy source, something like an almond milk has a little bit of a protein content, so you really need to look at where you can get some extra in there. It might be with a protein-based powder. Fats within the diet as well. Fats can help recovery. They don't really help satiety, and they're not going to really help that blood sugar level, but we do need them for good health, okay? Think of your fat-soluble vitamins. So these ones here, and especially something like the golden flaxseed, you're getting a good quality fat in there, but you're also getting a fiber content. And we know that so many people don't get their fiber from their fruit and veg intake throughout the day. So when you get 3 grams of quality fiber for only 10 grams worth of that, and that's only this much, that's a fantastic hit, guys. It really, really is. Some other options that you can use, obviously frozen fruits. We've got things like your frozen blueberries, raspberries, mango, or something that you can use. So today, I'm going to break out some ingredients. We're going to make this one here, and I'll get rid of all this out of the way so we can see what we're going to do, and we'll be back in just a second. Okay guys, we're back. This is my smoothie for today, and I'm really going to talk you through what I do have here and how I'm ticking every one of those boxes. So this is something that I'm having for breakfast. So again, Cook with Jase is very much about fast, easy meals that you can have on the run. Look, you're time poor at breakfast, you don't like eating something with a bit of volume in it, have a drink, have a smoothie. It's a great way to get those nutrients in there, start the day, and set yourself up for, again, those 3 p.m. munchies that hit so many people and can really derail your progress. So what do we have here? Today, we're working with some frozen raspberries. I've got a vanilla flavored whey protein isolate. I've got flaxseed. Now remember, good quality fats, omega-3, great anti-inflammatory properties within your flaxseed as well, but also 3 grams of fiber, okay? And remember, we're not getting enough fiber within our life. I've got a banana here. You can actually use a frozen banana. Make sure it's really, really ripe, unpeel it, freeze it. It'll get a better consistency when you blend it, but I haven't gone to that trouble today. And I've got 1 cup of a skim milk. So 400 calorie smoothie, okay? We've got 32 grams of protein in here. That's a great hit of protein, okay? You've got around about your 28 grams of carbohydrate, which is a good hit of that as well. So it's a nice, well-balanced smoothie, and it's really easy to throw together, as we'll see. So let's just chuck it in your blender. Okay, so in with the raspberries. Get that banana in there. You see people saying that we peel the bananas the wrong way in life. Should be peeling it from the other end. Obviously, I haven't learnt that lesson yet. Okay, so just break it up into chunks. It'll make it a little bit easier to blend. And really, you don't need to bulk prep breakfast when you're doing things like this. Chucking that flaxseed in, chuck your protein powder in, last but not least, pour the milk in. Voila. Don't forget the lid. I've seen too many funny things on YouTube when people are blending stuff and they don't put the lid on. So even if your eyes are painted on, you know, early in the morning, write yourself a note. And let's blend her up. Apologies for the noise, guys. It really is that simple. So again, please, I want everyone to tag someone in this thread below for today about who says they don't have time for breakfast. How fast was that? Seriously, you get a great quality nutrient profile to set you up for the day. 400 calories, you can drop that to 300 calories if you want to. But get yourself a nice servingware. We'll get a couple of cups out of this, and that's the other thing as well. You get a nice amount of volume. And there we have it, guys. Honestly, breakfast, done fast. Welcome to Smoothie School. I want you to think about why you're having the things in your smoothie, okay? What purpose is it serving you? Is it carbohydrate for that energy hit, blood sugar levels, protein for satiety or recovery, or that fat base for general health, okay? Work within your calorie budget and you're gonna get a very tasty breakfast that's gonna hit the mark. Until next time, we'll see you then.